The lock button 3 times. Notice the truck lock, the ignition turn on, and it will start. And to go ahead and complete the process and turn the truck off, go ahead and repeat the same sequence and press the lock button 3 times. Today we're going to go over the startx remote starter installation for the Toyota Tacoma 2016 Plus with the push button start. In the box you're going to find the startx branded module that you have in here. You're going to have the wire harness that you should be installing in the car. You'll notice a black and a white connector that go to the vehicle and some small connections that go to the startx module. We'll explain those soon. And there's also an adapter harness here in case you have an RF kit or a cell start module. In the box you'll also find some various wire ties, a pry tool, and also an installation guide at the bottom here. Now for installing it in the truck, we'll go over the tools here. I have a 10mm socket and a Phillips head number 2 screwdriver. Step 1 is going to be to remove the steering column cover here, and that's held and secured by 2 Phillips head screws that are behind the steering. All right, for step 1, go ahead and start the truck. Go ahead and rotate the steering wheel 90 degrees to the left, and you'll expose that first Phillips head screwdriver. Go ahead and remove that screw. You'll go ahead and rotate the wheel back through center 90 degrees to the right, and you'll see exposing that other Phillips head screw over here. Remove that screw. This will loosen the steering trim. You'll notice it just pops apart. Top cover you can leave, and we'll go ahead and remove the bottom cover in step 2. All right, for step 2, we're gonna go ahead and remove this kick panel. This is just pushed in here. You can go ahead and pull up gently, unclip it from the car, set it off to the side here. For this front kick panel, you're gonna go ahead and remove the single screw up towards the front of the truck here. And then this piece will just slide out as well. You can set that off to the side. For removing this panel, we have one 10mm bolt here, followed by the 2 Phillips head screws here and here below the leg airbag. You remove all 3 of them, bottom screws, and start to pull the panel out. All right, so now with the bottom 3 bolts out, we're gonna go ahead and remove the bottom panel. It'll start to pull away around this bottom airbag and pull away from the sides here. You just wanna gently work all the clips out around the steering wheel, slowly. So now, got this panel laying down here. You have some wiring for this panel as well as the hood release latch. Go ahead and just gently rest this panel. You don't need to remove any of these connections. Just let this panel dangle. Okay, now, so installing the startx harness into the vehicle, you'll go ahead and take the white connector and black connector and hold them together. You'll pass them on the underside of this panel and up between these 2 black ECUs. Pass that wiring up in here. Now you're gonna see the second black ECU has 2 connections here. This is the body connection at the top. You're gonna go ahead, loosen that body connection, go ahead and pull the tab and pull it out. You're gonna go ahead and plug the startx harness with the white connector in its place. Make sure it clicks in and locks. And then you'll go ahead and plug in the original factory harness to the back of the Fortin end, like so. Next, for the second connection, you'll take the black connection here, run it up the same path, over towards the steering wheel here. So you'll follow the steering wheel harness wiring underneath here, and you'll see a black connection here for the key sense. Go ahead and pull the tab and remove that black connection. Plug the startx harness back in its place, make sure it clicks, and then you're going to go ahead and plug the original car connection into the startx harness. And all of the car connections are complete. All right, go ahead and now we'll go into reassembling the truck. Gonna go ahead and pop this panel back in. Make sure you gently push around that SRS airbag here. Make sure everything pops and locks in nice. Then go ahead and screw in the 2 Phillips head screws followed by the 10mm. So next we'll pop on the steering cover trim. Go ahead and slide it back down the steering column and around the steering wheel, like so. And then go ahead and pop it in, lock it with the top piece, and do the same process in reverse. You'll have to start the truck up and go ahead and rotate the wheel left and right to put the Phillips head screws. Okay, now that you've finished the car side of the wiring, we'll go ahead and program the module. You'll notice some connections here. You have a red connection, a white connection, a larger white connection here, a black plug, and a small black button. That small black button is your programming button. You're going to want to press and hold that in and take your black connection only and plug that in. Once you plug that in, you'll notice a series of lights start to blink. Red and blue, blue, red, yellow, and red and blue again. When it turns just blue, you can release the button and you're in programming mode. Then go ahead and plug in the remaining connections. The larger white, the red, and the white on this side. You'll notice the light is still blue. Go ahead and turn your ignition on now. 2 presses. You'll see the light go away. And once the light starts to blink fast, programming is complete. So after a few seconds, you'll see that light start to blink fast. And now that that blue light is blinking fast, that means programming is complete. And you can go ahead and turn the ignition off and proceed to testing the module. Go ahead and push it up on that left side. Tuck it behind that wiring up on the left side. And it just disappears right out of the way. And it's complete. To test the remote starter system, go ahead and grab your remote, press the lock button 3 times. Notice the truck lock, the ignition turn on, and it will start. And to go ahead and complete the process and turn the truck off, go ahead and repeat the same sequence and press the lock button 3 times.